Hey everyone, welcome back to westernwater.com's weekly roundup, where we break down the biggest water news stories affecting the Colorado River Basin states. There's a lot to cover this week, so let's dive in. California's snowpack is often called the state's frozen reservoir, storing water that melts in the spring and fills streams and reservoirs. A recent snow survey found that while February storms helped, the snowpack is still below average. At Phillips Station, the snow depth measured 34 inches, with a snow water equivalent of 13.5 inches, only 58% of normal for that location. Statewide, the snowpack is at 85% of average. The problem? Periods of heavy storms were followed by dry conditions, and without more snowfall in March, water supplies could be strained. The good news? California's reservoirs are holding at 118% of their historical average, thanks to runoff from earlier storms. The next snow survey in April will tell us if conditions improve. New Mexico is changing how it manages water. Lawmakers revised the Strategic Water Supply Act to focus exclusively on brackish water desalination, removing the controversial plan to use treated wastewater from oil and gas operations. Under the new plan, the state will invest in desalination infrastructure backed by $75 million in funding. Researchers will also map aquifers to better understand groundwater resources. While produced water is off the table for now, New Mexico officials say research will continue into how it might safely be used in the future. A new Supreme Court ruling has limited the EPA's power in regulating water pollution. In a 5-4 decision, the court sided with San Francisco, saying the Clean Water Act doesn't allow the EPA to hold permit holders responsible for the overall water quality of receiving water bodies, only for their direct discharges. The decision is being praised by cities and wastewater agencies for providing more regulatory clarity, but environmental groups warn it could lead to more pollution. Moving forward, the EPA will likely have to adjust its permit framework to comply with this ruling. Several bills aimed at resolving long-standing tribal water rights disputes in New Mexico just passed a key Senate committee. The legislation, introduced by a coalition of New Mexico lawmakers, would settle claims and provide funding for crucial water infrastructure projects. Some key bills include the Rio San Jose and Rio Jemez Water Rights Settlements Act, benefiting multiple pueblos. The Zuni Indian Tribe Water Rights Settlement Act, providing $685 million for infrastructure, and amendments to the Navajo-Gallup water supply project, ensuring long-term drinking water security. Supporters say these settlements are a major step toward ensuring water access for tribal and non-tribal communities alike. Arizona just took a major step toward securing its water future. The state has approved new rules allowing water providers to treat wastewater to drinking water standards using advanced water purification technology. The process involves multiple safeguards, like pathogen removal, chemical monitoring, and strict engineering standards. Cities like Phoenix and Scottsdale are already preparing to integrate this technology into their water supply. With Arizona facing persistent drought, this could be a game changer for water reliability. Drought conditions in the Colorado River Basin continued to worsen, with Arizona, Utah, and New Mexico seeing the most severe impacts. The latest U.S. Drought Monitor report shows expanding drought across the region, with some areas now classified as being in exceptional drought. Snowpack in the northern part of the basin has helped slightly, but it's not enough to offset the dry conditions in the south. Forecasters say an upcoming storm could provide short-term relief, but long-term water shortages remain a major concern. Officials are keeping a close watch, especially with wildfire risks increasing due to persistent dry weather. That's your weekly water news roundup. If you found this helpful, give this video a like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest water issues across the Colorado River Basin. And as always, you can read more details on these stories over at westernwater.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.